My very best advice when working with silver clay is to use a humidifier in your working space. If you can, close a door of your studio to condition the air. If you can't, don't worry about it. This is a small desktop one that plugs into a USB, and of course you don't need one with pretty lights, but this helps because when you open your clay, it's such a small amount of material because of the scale we're working with here. It just doesn't have that much moisture in it, and especially if the air is dry around it, it's going to suck the moisture right out of your clay very rapidly. In the same vein, your skin will pull moisture out of the clay also. Either moisturize your hands well in advance of working so it has time to set a little bit and isn't right on the surface of your skin, or even more effective is to put a barrier between clay and hands, like either these finger cots, which you can just use on the fingers that you'll use to handle clay, or a full glove. I've taken to the full glove because the finger cots, these are a size medium, and while they fit my fingertips well, I find they cut circulation a bit at the top like this. These gloves are an extra small because what's important to me in a glove is that it is taut over the fingertips, so I'm in touch with what I'm doing. If your clay isn't fresh, as this is not, you can see I have the remnants of a design I was working on here, and I want to reuse the clay. I can use a fine mist sprayer to add moisture to it before working with it. This only applies if your clay is already generally pliable, but just not in ideal shape. So I spritz it lightly and then let the moisture sit for about a minute and then work it in. Another hands-off way to revive less than fresh clay is to store it in an enclosed wet chamber for 24 hours. You can also put a design you're working on and that you need more working time for in here for just a few hours. The clay needs to not be touching the water, and the container needs to be well sealed, and this can make a big difference.